Thank you very much, Oliver, for explaining the visit visa applications and refusals for the UK for a lot of applicants. This information is going to be very, very useful. We have some frequently asked questions from a lot of clients, and I'll go through them with you one by one and see how we can advise these clients. So a gentleman has asked that he has been applying for a UK visit visa and he has been refused 4 times in the past. He said he tried to do all the applications himself by reading the refusal letter and addressing those issues in his next application. He wants to find out whether this is the time now that he should take immigration advice, and can he submit a better application with the best chance of success.
It's a good question. This is not as uncommon as some people might think. It sounds to me as though, although somebody might be highly intelligent, but to do a good visitor visa application, being highly intelligent is probably not enough. You actually probably might need some legal training. I haven't seen those refusal decisions, so I can't give an absolutely specific answer, but I would say in a general sort of way, if somebody is in this sort of situation, they should instruct a good professional lawyer. Probably the good professional lawyer has on an average, good professional lawyer has a better chance of getting a good result. But that's the general answer, because I don't know exactly the reasons that he got refused on every occasion.
Sure. Definitely immigration advice from a professional lawyer should help a gentleman.
Well, a good professional lawyer is.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, some lawyers are probably better than others, aren't they? Anyone, not just visit visa, anyone. You need to instruct a lawyer in whom you have confidence. You know, you talk to a prospective lawyer, do you think they know what they're talking about? You know, you have to have confidence, especially as you're going to be spending your money.
Great. Another gentleman has reached out saying he's putting together an application for a visit visa for the UK for himself and for his wife, and their sponsor is the gentleman's brother, who is a British citizen and resides in the UK. He says, my brother has a brilliant job and has very handsome salary. What do you think we will get the visa?
Is the brother offering accommodation?
He's mentioned, yes, brother's offering accommodation and is very happily paying for all the expenditure also.
All right. Well, I can answer this question very narrowly, if I may. That aspect of the application should be strong, but that's not the only aspect of the application. It's not just about the sponsor. A sponsor could be an important aspect of the application, but the application is not just about the sponsor. It's also about the applicants. What ties do they have to their home country? What's their financial situation? So as far as that goes, that looks like a strong part of an application, but we don't know what the rest of the application is like.
Great. A lady has reached out saying it's her niece's wedding in September 2021, and she wants to apply for a UK visit visa to be able to attend this marriage ceremony. She's saying she's got an invitation letter, and would that be an evidence enough to support the application, or does she need to produce more documents?
It won't be enough by itself, no. She would have to produce all the sort of evidence that every other visitor visa applicant has to produce. Shows that she'll have somewhere to live, that she can afford, shows that she's got enough money in the bank to spend on whatever she needs to spend for that visit, and to show that she's got sufficient ties in her home country. She needs to show all those things, so that by itself, it's a part of the application. It certainly won't be enough by itself.
Okay, lovely. So I think it's best the lady takes some immigration advice,
yes.
Puts together a good application, and
I would say so, yes.
Then be able to travel. Lovely. A gentleman has reached us and inquired about his visa application. He's given a lot of information. I'll narrow it down. So he said he came to the UK on a student visa and unfortunately overstayed, returned back to his home country in India voluntarily, and now he wants to come back on a visit visa to see some friends. He wants to find out whether his previous immigration history will have an impact on his visit visa application.
Well, it might. Visitor visa applicant is subject to the full force of the grounds for refusal. Other categories are not subject to the full force of those rules, but visitor visa applicant is. If he's overstayed, it might count against him. If he's overstayed for less than 30 days, then it won't count against him. If he's overstayed for more than 30 days, it might count against him, but it depends when, how many years ago. There's a sort of a mathematical table. The one thing I can say for certain, there's a 30-day cut-off point. If you overstay for more than 30 days, could be a problem. If you've overstayed for less than 30 days, shouldn't be a problem. If you've overstayed for a long time, definitely there might be a problem. It depends how long ago. Some people find themselves in the unfortunate situation that they have a ban, a time period ban. You can't return to the UK within so many years. Now, if you're subject to one of those bans, and you can work out whether you are or not, I mean, probably you would have got something in writing from the Home Office to tell you that you're banned, but even if you don't, you can work it out for yourself, or your immigration lawyer can work it out for you. If you're subject to one of these time period bans, there's no point in making a visitor visa application because it would be automatically refused. So he might be subject to one of those bans. It depends if he overstayed for long enough and how long ago he overstayed.
Sure. Complicated situation there, and needs to be addressed properly. Now, another client has requested more information about visit visa application. They're saying a lady, she said she's applying for a spouse visa to join her husband in the UK, but previously she's tried twice to visit him in the past, and both those applications were turned down. She wants to find out whether those refusals of previous visit visa applications will have any impact on her spousal visa application.
Do you know when she made these visit visa applications? Do you know, was she married to her husband at that time?
She hasn't clarified the dates.
Well, let's make two scenarios.
Sure.
Let's say that it's before she was married to her husband, then I can't really guess what the refusal reasons might be. But take the other scenario where she was already married to her husband when she made the visitor visa applications. It's not particularly surprising that the visitor visa application was refused, because entry clearance officer, British High Commission or British Embassy, British Consulate will say, well, if someone's coming to visit their spouse, probably they want to stay with their spouse, don't they? They're probably not very keen on returning home. So I can well imagine, if she was already married when she made those visitor visa applications, I can well imagine the reasons that those applications might have been refused. But as I was saying a bit earlier, not important now, but incidentally, she would have had the right of appeal to the first tier tribunal, I would have thought, because that would have been a human rights application. Anyway, moving on. It depends to some extent. If there was a really bad reason for refusal, like she had some very bad criminal conviction, something like that, or she was accused of terrorism or something like that, then of course it could impact. However, if the refusal decision was a sort of common or garden standard visa refusal, we don't think you're a genuine visitor, we don't think that you're going to return home, then those won't impact strongly on the spouse visa application, because spouse visa application is a different part of the immigration rules. It's under Appendix FM of the immigration rules, which is quite separate and different from Appendix V. And an application under Appendix FM, Family Immigration Rules, is always a human rights application. The two things don't connect very strongly unless, as I say, there was a very, very bad reason for the visitor visa refusals.
Perfect. She should then prepare for her application confidently, hopefully.
Well, as long as everything else is good with the application. I mean, many things can go wrong with a spouse visa application, as we know, but if everything else is good about the application, then she shouldn't worry unduly about the previous visitor refusals. I don't think it should even be raised in the decision letter.
Perfect. Sounds lovely. Thank you so much for answering all these questions. I'm sure the viewers will find this information useful and be able to apply for their UK visit visa successfully.
Or possibly instruct a lawyer to do it.
Exactly. That will give them a better chance of success with their application. Well, we thank you for today's vlog, and we look forward to reviewing your next vlog. Thank you so much.